Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bari. We're back once again with another little video. It's your boy Playboibari. We're back once again with another little video. Don't lose the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, we're back. I haven't been here in a minute. I ain't dropping in like a month. But I'm back. But I have been dropping some reels. If y'all been paying attention, I've been dropping a lot of reels. But I'm trying to make and be consistent for y'all, not gonna lie. So today we doing another reaction. If y'all know, I'm a big JayDaYoungan fan. Long live 23. Long live Big 23. I went to his repass. I met him before he blew up back in 2017. I met a lot of his family members and stuff like that. Met his dad and stuff like that. A lot of his homeboys. Had a brief message with his mom. I done, conversated over social media. Sending her condolences throughout the years and stuff like that. If y'all follow me on my social, I'd have been to his grave site and stuff like that. And I also met Jordan before. I shot some videos for her also. So this is not to put nobody, shame anybody, or target anybody, or pick any sides. I'm just doing what I do, how I make my content, just doing reactions. They post it on social media, so it's obviously out there like that. But I'm just saying that because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm picking sides or choosing sides or anything. Because I don't know what's, I don't honestly know what's the truth. I don't know what's false. I'm just here to give my opinion and my reaction. So everything I say, or I don't mean to offend nobody, just my opinion and my reaction. So with that being said, I was going to try to give y'all the video on Facebook. Because I'm actually friends with his mom on Facebook. As y'all can see, I was doing this, but it wasn't going as planned because it was a reel, I guess. But this is my Facebook page right here. If y'all want to go look at the video for yourself, the video right here. She's from Bogalusa, Louisiana and stuff like that. But we're going to watch it on YouTube because that's the only way I can feel like it's going to be broken down and get to the right parts. If y'all know how the reels work, they don't let you slide through. Well, not on the computer version. So, and for the same time, we're going to react to IQ Shotty. They got 47K views. I actually seen it earlier today, well, last night, but I was busy, so I wasn't able to react to it at the time. But I caught the live. I caught another live this morning. Well, not this morning, but later on in the day. They got two live. One, this talks about the day that Jay had got shot at his house and his home in Bogalusa, Louisiana. So I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory for the ones that don't know JayDaYoungan. He's a Bogalusa artist, musical artist. He was from Bogalusa, Louisiana. We're gonna do a little thing about it. We're gonna type in JayDaYoungan and see what comes up. We're gonna type in JayDaYoungan. So this is JayDaYoungan, Javarius Scott. It was Javarius Taki Scott. He was born July 15, 1998. He died July 27, 2022 in Bogalusa, Louisiana. Unfortunately, one of his biggest songs was Forever 23, 2 times the album. He had to start his fame back in 2017. Well, 2016, one of his songs that blew up was by Scotty Kane. But yeah, so that's who JayDaYoungan is. Like I said, he was a big he was a big star. He helped me out through my mom passed away back in 2017. A lot of his lifestyle that he was going through at the time, I could relate to at the time I was going through it. So I guess that what made me connect. And actually, I met him back in 2017. At one of the Franklinton Fair. For the ones that's in the local area, y'all know what the Franklinton Fair is. It was him, Famous, and Billy the Kid. So yeah, that's how I met him, and I ended up going to his funeral and repass and stuff like that. So yeah, that's who JayDaYoungan is. And he got shot at his home, and his mom kind of break down how it went down and stuff like that. So yeah. I actually did a video, if y'all go search on my video, I went to his grave and actually passed his house where he got shot. And I actually brought some stuff out there. I brought a little poster card and a little stuffed animal out there too around the time he was on the live and stuff like that. But RIP Jay, long live 23, forever 23. And we about to get into the video. So I'm trying to fix everything up so y'all can see it. So let's go. Let's get into the video.
We didn't even get up to that evening. Supposed to have been painting a car, doing the interior, something for my son. Me and Jay had already been up. We had been up all night, all freaking night, because of another situation that happened. I'm gonna just say it like that. Okay, we didn't even get up to.
I'm gonna give you a backstory. Also, he was only in Bogalusa because he just got out of jail not too long ago, and he was on house arrest. So he was prompted to be at the house. So the one to know how house arrest goes is like, I guess whatever your address where you receive mail, they make it where that's where you have to be at. Cause he had just got out not too long ago. He was trying to go to Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta or Houston. I think it was Atlanta though, but the judge wouldn't let him go and stuff like that. So he was forced to stay home in his hometown in Bogalusa, Louisiana. So yeah, but I just wanted to give that out there. So I know some people are gonna be like, why did he stay at home anyway? But we're gonna get into the video. Let her say what she got to say.
That evening.
This is my first time
Well,
watching.
when Jay's dad came, and everything happened real quickly. Dad came by the house with these two other gentlemen. Well, Jay was gonna pay the guys. Was supposed to be giving them money to do whatever work he was gonna have them do. I don't fucking know. And the money, he had got $8,000 out of the $10,000 band. He left $2,000 sitting on the bed. He had told me he was finna, pay the guys. He was finna holler his daddy for a minute. Okay. Now, I told my daughter. My daughter was 12 years old. 12 years old at the time. Jay went outside with his dad. All this happened real quickly because Jay wasn't even outside 20 good minutes. Well, I told my daughter, excuse me, someone's calling me through Messenger. I told my daughter to go get the mail out the mailbox. Well, my daughter went. Jay, his father, and the two other gentlemen, all four of them were sitting on the porch. My daughter went out there, got the mail. She came back in the house. When she came back in the house, I met her at the door, was getting ready to walk up the little stairway. Within that brief time, by the time we hit the front room, all I heard was doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I just looked, and I immediately took off running to the side door. Well, by the time I made it to the side door, my son was already coming through the motherfucking door. He pushed me against the wall. I hit the wall. He swung over, and he said, "Mama, close the door." So I heard him close the door. When I'm locking the door. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And when I turned and looked, all I seen was my son standing there with holes all in his body.
Damn.
Of course, as a mother, I lost it. I'm screaming. I'm panicking. And the only thing my son said was, "Mama, just get me to the hospital." We both walked in my room. I'm trying to find my keys. I done emptied my whole purse on the floor. My daughter's in shock. She's standing there screaming to the top of her lungs.
And stop it. Dang, bro. Like, me just remembering back on, like, the moment, like, her telling it and, like, me going back and thinking about how, like, the internet had painted it. They made it seem like, he got killed on the porch. He didn't make it he was already unresponsive when he left before he left the house. But I remember around that time, I was working at Walmart. And, and what's the craziest thing about, I always think about it to this day, we had just talked, like I said, like, he like one of my favorite artists because I had just lost my grandma back in 2017. And I was talking to a girl that resembled Jordan. And, I had my dreads and stuff at the time. Y'all see, I'm going to throw a picture right here. When we took the picture, that's how I had my hair. And, I see my grandma. I meant to say I lost my mom in 2017. But yeah, we had a lot in common. But anyway, fast forward back to 2022, whenever he had passed away. Yeah, like he had, I was at work at Walmart and people had texted me and was like, had sent me like an article, like, cause everybody knew I was a big JayDaYoungan fan. Everybody was a YoungBoy fan. I was always the one that was different, and I was a JayDaYoungan fan. And he had, they had sent like an article that he's been shot. And I remember like everybody had sent me that like 10 different people at the same time. I'm like, then I was on my lunch break and I clicked it and it said JayDaYoungan had reported being shot in his hometown. And it's like, I forgot how the article went, but something just told me that he wasn't gonna make it. And I hate that because like a year before that they had already did that and said that he'd been shot. but it was false and stuff. And I was hoping it was false, but but I just wanted to say that how I felt around that time while I was doing this stuff.
He never cried out. He never screamed. He never panicked. He said, Mama, get me to the hospital. By this time, I hear a knock at the side door. So I peek around, and it was his dad at the door. Well, when all this happened, his dad had a chick with him. She was in the car. When the shots and everything rung out, she hid on the floor of the car. Well, his dad, the chick, the young lady, and the two other guys, I open the door, they come inside. Jay was leaning against the dresser, standing in my room still. He was like, y'all, get me to the hospital, y'all. I'm screaming because I can't find my keys. I'm like, y'all, we got to get him to the hospital. Well, Jay walked away from my dresser, and then by this time, he just kneeled. He took a knee on the floor. He was like, y'all, come on, get me to the hospital. And he just laid out on the floor. So, I'm screaming. And I'm going to say this. This is what the fuck y'all don't know. And y'all people wonder why I went silent after my son's death. My son laid out on the floor. He's dead weight. I couldn't pick him up by myself. I'm screaming. Please help me. Help me pick my baby up off this floor. I grabbed my son by the legs. His dad was standing there. His dad got shot in the leg. That was it. His dad was standing there. One of the guys made 2-3 of his dad. He's standing there. The other white man that was with him, he just pacing back and forth. They just stood there and looked at me without a care in the fucking world. Not one of all three of them fucking men helped me pick my boy up off that floor. The young lady that was there with his dad, she grabbed my son under his arms, and I grabbed him by his legs, and we toted my child out that fucking house. We toted him out the house. Not none of them. So that's why I screamed and I told every fucking body that would listen to me. No one would listen. I feel like it was a setup. Yes, I do. I do. I don't know what the fuck, how the fuck. One motherfucking shooter. One person. How the fuck would he knew, like, in a matter of 15 minutes to come to my house?
I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a little backstory. I ain't gonna lie, that is sad, bro. Like I'm just visiting how cause I done passed through the house when I'm at work and stuff. I passed the house a lot and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give y'all a little breakdown of how the house is. So it's like if y'all from the south, y'all from like the Hattiesburg or the area where they live at and stuff like that in Bogalusa, y'all know they live on the main road. So the way that everybody had made it said, they said it was like it was multiple shooters. They said it was some people in the van in the front of the house. People came from the side of the house. So at the time, I didn't never knew how the house, where they live. And it's crazy because I passed through there so many times before he passed away, not knowing that was his house and stuff like that. But after the fact, like I said, I went over there and brought stuff to the look about his house. You set out by a tree and stuff they had. So I had, I knew where the house at after that. But like the way the house set up, all right. So it's the house is on if you come in, if you going straight this way, me is the world coming from where I'm from, and you going straight. So everything to the left is the left, and this is the right. So this your left hand, this your right hand, right here. I'm flip flop because y'all looking at me. But just from y'all how y'all sitting. So his house is on the left side, other stuff on the right side. The road is in the middle. So his house is like right here. They got a porch. They got a tree. It's a porch. It's a driveway right here. So like the driveway right here, the house right here, and stuff like. And the road is going like this. So if you a little bit down the road, it is a side road. It's a side road right there. You can turn in, and it's another little side road that kind of go behind the house a little bit, I think. So it kind of gave the explanation how somebody came up on the side of the house, because they made it sound like he ran to the side and he got shot on the side too. It was another shooter. Then he got the porch where he could go back up into the house and stuff like that also. So That's how the house is. It got like got a little porch. It got a little porch right here. Hold on, let me see. Can I show y'all the house real quick? Let me just type in Google. Let me see what is Google Maps. I hope nobody like get mad at me. I'm showing that. I hope they don't live there no more. Let me see. Superior. How you spell Superior? Let me see Superior. That's right here. Y'all, please don't get on me in the comment section. But I hope y'all don't, you know, don't. I just want to give y'all a visual. Let's see. So I'm gonna see. Turn to the left. Let me see. I gotta go. How do I go? Let me see. How do I? I'm trying to turn on. See where I'm at. So all right, this is house right here. This is Zach's house right here. So let me go down a little bit further. All right. So y'all can see a visual how his house look. This is exactly his house right here. Exactly his house right here. So let's turn over here. So yeah, this is exactly how his house. This is exactly how his house is right here. So how I was telling y'all that his house is the road right there that goes over there. So this is house. We park right here. So now hold on. Let me bring it back up, open for y'all wider. All right. So we park right here in this area right here when we came to deliver the stuff for this after he passed away. So this what they said. This what they said the house was right here. So this is house. Let me go back in the middle and turn out right here. So and go a little bit closer. Will it go a little bit closer? I don't know. All right. So this the area I guess they was sitting at. They were sitting on the porch. So I guess I don't see the mailbox. I don't know if they took the mailbox off or what. But so I guess the mailbox be right here. So I guess his sister came to go to the mailbox right there. I don't really know. But they said shooters came from over here, and I don't know if they mean the shooters came from that side or this side. So I guess this is side. That's the side door that she was talking about right there. But yeah, this is his house right here and stuff like that. So I don't, y'all. I'm gonna try to blur the address out, but I'm sure. I don't know. It's on social media, so that's how I found it. 'Cause it was on social media. So, but anyway, it happened already, so everybody know where they stay at. But yeah, this is house right here. If y'all can see, that's where we set out the stuff out on this tree right here. And yeah, this is house right here coming through Bogalusa, Louisiana. And yeah, I guess he was on the porch right there, so he ran back up in this part of the house right there and stuff like that. So that's what his house looked like, and that's the size. So y'all got a visual of how the house look now. We're gonna go back to what she talking about now. All right.
And do all this. Now, I can't say who did what, when, well, nothing. What I can say is that God don't sleep and he sees and knows all. And he says, vengeance is mine. And I know that anybody that had anything to do with this and whatever happens, they will pay. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they will pay. We got my baby out that fucking house. We managed to get him on back of the dude's truck. By that time, I'm holding my son. He asked me, said, what car wreck? He asked me what my daughter was. I hadn't already told my daughter to go in the bathroom, lock the door, hide. I don't know what's going on. Somebody going to try to come back. No, nothing. All this shit happens quickly. He asked me what my daughter was. He said he wanted some water. He was like, Kyra. I said, she in the house, baby. I said, just hang in there. Fight. Just hang in there. I'm holding my child. He still didn't cry out. He looked up at me. He said, Mama. He smiled. He said, Mama. He kissed me on my jaw, my left cheek. He said, Mama, I love you, but I'm not going to make it.
Damn.
Put yourself in my shoes. For anybody that is a parent,
I ain't gonna lie, y'all think about
put yourself in my motherfucking shoes.
That's crazy though, like, you know, that I don't know, like you can't really I ain't gonna say you can't blame nobody because everybody react different in a moment of shock and stuff like that. So, you know, his dad was for sure shocked. 'Cause when I went to the funeral, he was, you know, wrapped, bandaged up. He was in a wheelchair and stuff like that. I don't know who the other two guys was that was at the house. And, you know, everybody reacts different in a moment of shock. You know, I say, like, you know, her true mother instincts came out. And shout out to the other woman that did carry him to the, help carry him to the car. But, you know, I try to prepare myself for the worst. I never been through, you know, no traumatic stuff like that, but I have been to like seen like witnessed death or whatever, by where, you know, I had witnessed death where like I seen my uncle pass away. You know, he was dead right in front of me. I witnessed my grandma and stuff like that. So I kind of prepare myself in certain situations like that, but as in like, you know, somebody being shot, never seen nobody being shot. Pray I never had to see nobody be shot. But if I do, I always, you know, pray for, you know, controlling and understanding how to operate in those situations. But it do kind of sound like a setup because, you know, how can somebody, you know? But at the same time, like I showed y'all on the road, it's a main street. And everybody, you know, when stuff like that happened, everybody knew that he was on house arrest and stuff. Because they made it known that he was going to be on house arrest back in Bogalusa. He had like a $200,000 car out there. It had 4Gs on it. And for ones that don't know, everybody from Bogalusa, Bogalusa not a big city. It's a small little town. That's probably one of the most expensive cars that was down there at the time. Then it's blue. It was light blue, had matching rims and stuff. So everybody knew that that was his house. And for people that already lived, they already knew where he lived at from the jump anyway. But just having that car out there in the yard, you already knew, you know, he was there. Then, you know, he's on house arrest, so he can't go anywhere. Not saying that nobody couldn't have passed by, you know, seen him, then spent the block again. But I could just imagine, like, you know, your son or your daughter just telling you, you know, they're not going to make it. And then they kiss you on the cheek and stuff like that. Because I had that with my grandma, like, whenever she passed away, she... where the nurses came in and was like, you know, she's not gonna last. No, they give her like 24 more hours and stuff like that. You know, I had to talk with her and stuff like that. Was she ready? And she squeezed my hand, you know, stuff like that. But then imagine somebody like, you know, that's kind of like some movie stuff where somebody looking at you, they smile and they tell you, I'm not gonna make it and stuff like that. And I always think to myself like, now whenever, cause I got kids, I got a boy and a girl. I think about, you know, something happened to them, like how I would feel. Like, I probably would lose it. I ain't gonna cap. Because, like, you know, you watch them grow up from a kid to an adult. And, you know, they remember as a kid and, you know, they get taken away. So I can imagine the pain, you know, she going through right now. So you watch this, you know, I hope you make it through this hard time. My condolences to you. Like, you know, he was one of my favorite rappers. I really hate this to happen. I ain't gonna lie. I shed a tear, I ain't gonna lie. When that happened, bro, I was really... It hurt because, like, for the people, for like, I don't feel like Bogalusa is like 20, not even a good drive, about 25 minutes away, 30 at most. And from being a kid to now, Bogalusa always was it's a paper mill plant. It was nothing. Everybody knew it for the smell of it. And when he came out in 2016, 2017, like, he put Bogalusa on the map. Not gonna lie, like, he put a big old light over Bogalusa, like, you know. Not saying, you know, I know from what I heard from hearsay, I heard that, you know, they were terrorizing the city and stuff like that. People was, you know, people didn't really like them and stuff like that because they were making a lot of noise. You know, young people getting bread, they doing better. You know, the other color people don't really like that, especially whenever, you know, you making money off of other stuff and you're able to do that type of money, especially in a small town like that. But, yeah, I'm going to let it talk. We'll get back into the video. Yeah, we're going to see what they got to say. But, yeah, so my condolences to you, to Miss Tish, though.
How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, this is not some shit that I normally do. Because I ain't got no business. It's going to be 3 years. I ain't got no business on here crying and doing all this on social media. But, hey, I'm going to get the shit off my chest. Anyway, y'all will never hear from me again about it. Like, it's done. You know? He is gone. Y'all, he's gone. Let him rest. The ambulance and the police made it there real quickly. They screamed, was telling me to get out the way so they can work on him. I didn't want to let him go. So I had to move. They got him, and when they put him on the stretcher, the words that came out of his mouth, man, he looked up at the big guy. He said, man, you set me up. Dude went hollering, no, no, no. Well, they got him in the ambulance and stuff. I don't even know how the fuck I ended up on the ground. They got dude went hollering, no. He looked up at the big guy. He put him on the stretcher. The words that came out of his mouth, man, he looked up at the big guy. He said, man, you set me up. Dude went hollering, no, no, no. Well, they got him in the ambulance and stuff. I don't even know how the fuck I ended up on the ground. I don't even fucking know. It's just a lot was going on. My oldest son made it there. He came grab me. He was like, with my brother. With my brother. I said they got him in the ambulance. He walked me over to the ambulance. Opened the door. Jay was sitting there, just calm. He was just propped up, just sitting there chilling. So y'all said, you alright, nigga? You alright? And the last words, the very last words that I heard come out of my son's mouth was, I'm not gonna make it. That was it.
Damn.
Well, we went to the hospital. Of course, it was 1 million people at the hospital. They locked the hospital down. They wouldn't let nobody in there. I'm in the hospital. They wouldn't even let me in the back with him. Thank God Cody's mom was there, one of the ER nurses that day. She came in there, came out in the waiting area. She was like, Tish, your baby's okay. Your baby's okay. He's talking, you know. He wanted to FaceTime you and his baby, but she said, I don't have my phone on me. My biggest thing was I was upset because the whole time, my baby, I felt like he might have even felt like he was in that hospital alone, and I was there, but they wouldn't let me in there. Jay lived about 7 hours after that. They had to take him into surgery. Jay had many shots. He had many shots. Well, the biggest things was the shots to his abdomen area. He had damage to his lungs, to his liver, to his intestines, and they had to get that under control. Well, he made it through surgery. I'm in the waiting area. The surgeon came in to talk to me and let me know about the damage. He said, well, we got that taken care of. He said, but it's the loss of blood. He said, we're giving him blood, but he is oozing, his exact words. He's oozing from everywhere. He said, so, but we got him out of surgery and everything. He said, we getting ready to transfer him up to ICU. We just got to pray that he make it through the night. So I'm like, okay. Well, in the midst of waiting, I don't know who the fuck news people done posted that my son was dead. I hadn't even been notified, you know. They came back in there and told me my son was gone. He coded. His blood pressure dropped too low and they couldn't get it back up, and he coded. Now,
Dang, I didn't even know this part, y'all. I didn't even know that he had made it out of surgery and everything. But I don't know. It's always like somebody gets shot, they'll survive the shots, but it's about whenever they go to like surgery. I don't know if it'd be like I know like your adrenaline be rushing. I know you had like internal bleeding and stuff like that. But it always seemed like whenever they go to surgery, it always be that part what they don't make it out of, or they'll be, or they'll make it, and they had to wait, overnight and stuff like that. But I didn't know that part that he made it to surgery, he made it out of surgery and stuff like that, and they had to wait because like she said, they did post on social media that he been shot. Like a lot of pages, they just run with whatever they can just to get the views, and people be trying to post whoever they can first. Because I remember at the repast, like it was this big page. It was a big page because like the repast. It was a Young and Ace came to the repast and stuff like that, and they were trying to leave and stuff like that. And they security, the police had their whole situation was crazy, y'all. That's a whole other situation, but I'm gonna give y'all a brief. So like his repast and stuff, they had like a whole, everybody had all type of police there. Young and Ace and them was coming in there, all, everybody. They were getting ready to leave, bro. Like the security that Young and Ace had, he actually young little baby security because we was on tour. I had knew the security guard and stuff like that because he was on stage with Lil Baby and he was backstage with him. We had knew him and stuff like that. But yeah, like they had all them out of the car and stuff like that. And I had recorded it, and like the pages had DM me, were trying to get it, clearance to post it and stuff like that. But I didn't see it, so they ended up sending somebody else's story. Ended up seeing Young and A's story, and they had posted it and stuff like that. But it's just crazy how like the news pages do. They don't really show respect to the family and stuff like that. But that's how it be though. But I'm gonna get back to it real quick.
Y'all been wanting to know what happened so badly. So many lies about what happened that day and this, that is sickening. I never, and it's gonna be 3 years, I've never got on here and I've never spoke about it. Nothing. It has taken me so much.
Fuck. Condolences, bro. That shit was.
As I'm talking, so I guess it's my time to talk. So yeah, like he said, condolences to Miss Tish though. If y'all want to message her on Facebook, send her some positive stuff. This her Facebook. It's only like y'all. It's only to send positive messages to her though. That's her Facebook name right there. Don't send no hate. If y'all gonna send no hate. She going through enough right now. But I really appreciate Miss Tish though for giving his fans and his supporters what really went on that night, because we was wondering for 2-3 years what happened and stuff like that, because we have been misled with a whole bunch of different stories. Like the way I thought, I never knew that he made it back in the house. I never knew that he survived surgery. I never knew that he made it out. The way they made it seem like he was dead before he left the house and stuff like that. So I do appreciate it, and I apologize to everything that happened. But the way it did seem, what she said, it does seem like a setup. Not saying it is a setup, not blaming, pointing fingers at anybody, but for him to be outside not 20 minutes and nobody else get shot besides him with the many shots, then his dad gets shot, then for him to tell the, because if y'all didn't catch that, when he got put on the stretcher, he looked up, he told the big dude that, did you set me up? And remember, so that means, when somebody gets shot, like, so something had happened, so he had to feel that somebody did try to set him up. And people wicked, so at the time they did have a lot of beef going on down there, so you never know how people really feel. And like I always looked at it after that day. I always looked at it, bro. Like I always looked at it was like people that you never knew that you have enemy that you never would think have enemy, and you got to look at it like this. Bogalusa is small, y'all. Like Bogalusa is super small. So when I say like he probably had one of the most expensive cars down there, like that's no joke. And I'm not gonna lie, the black community, we hate on each other a lot. And and I say it could have been some white people, but I just know our community hate on each other a lot though. And I always look at it as like, you look how Boosie said, like, people about, you know, how he had said people, you got your kids listen to your music, your uncles, nephews, nieces listen to your music, and like that'll get under your skin and make you, and you know, he flexing on Instagram with 100,000. I gotta wake. I'm waking up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work. It's cold. Going outside, cranking up my car. You know, like you only got 4 hours sleep. Then you know you go on Instagram, you see a dude that you went to school with, that you remember before he blew up, before the fame. He out here flashing money. Then you know you might have to pass his house, or you might just see him, and you know it is hatred. And people just hate you for no reason, just because they're not living the lifestyle that you live. Not knowing that you're going through trials and tribulation yourself, but they see the outside. And that could cause hatred. And, you know, they'll try to get you going the way it is, just so they can't. So you won't get to achieve that stuff. They don't have to look at you achieve that stuff no more. But that is crazy, though. Like, so I don't know, that's crazy. It's just sad that, like, he probably could have made it. They would just got him to the hospital just in time. Like, because, like they said, he survived it. It was just the amount of blood that he had lost. So it's just like, I just think about, like, if he would have made it, if they would have got him to the hospital a little bit faster. And to be honest, the hospital was not really that far away from his house. Like I said, I pass through there a lot when I'm at work and stuff like that. But yeah, like he was like one of my favorite rappers at the time. Like I'm not gonna lie, I still haven't found a favorite rapper ever since. I got the thing up in there. I wish I had the sign, but I'm gonna have to post a picture up here. But for my real supporters, y'all know, y'all seen the picture and stuff like that with us together and stuff like that. But yeah, I hate that this happened though. I was a big fan. Not gonna lie, it was a lot of times that I wish that I would have. You know, my biggest goal was to like shoot a music video for him. I met him a couple times, but I wasn't in my camera bag at the time. Like I never forget when I was living in the Berg. I know it was a little quick story. I was living in Hattiesburg, and you know everyone that know his one of his music producers, Heartbeats. He had a studio in Hattiesburg, and I think they had a show. They had a show up there that night. But around that time, I really wasn't going to like parties or nothing like that, shows, anything. So one day I was going to turn his job application in, and at the time he had a. I don't know if y'all remember. He had a red Corvette. Damn, is it still going? Hold on. Yeah, it's still going. It shut off. So at the time, he had a red Corvette. Not the C8, not the blue one. He had, it was a red Corvette. So I remember I seen it at the gas station on my way there. And I was like, told me to pull over, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna pull over because if it's not him, I'm gonna look stupid. So I was like, when I go there, I'm gonna go do the turn the job application because the store about to close. I said, if it's still there when I come back, I'm gonna stop, take a picture if it's him or whatever. Came back, he was gone, right? So get back to the apartment and stuff like that. I look on Snapchat, he was at the mall. The mall really right down the road from my crib, but I was like, nah, I ain't about to go. By the time he get there, he ain't go be there. But it's always like he'll be somewhere and I miss. So one time we were going to the studio, he had just left before we came there. Like he just left. So it was crazy. Like I was at home. I was supposed to been back in the Berg, get ready for school. So I was like, it was probably like 12:30 at night. And like at the time I wasn't staying out late for real. I was probably like 5 or 10 miles before E. I had like a Ranger. For one that know, the Ranger's like a little 2-door truck. I had it lifted and stuff like that on some white boy stuff. But I ended up pulling over to the gas station one night late, getting some gas, and all of a sudden I just heard like this car pulling up. The gas station closed, but y'all know like the pump still be open and stuff. So I ended up pulling up to the pump, getting gas. It's late. It's foggy. I hear this car revving up. Then I don't really be trying to be nosy, but what was crazy, it was one time I looked over the thing, I seen him and Famous get out the car, and like he threw something away. He had threw his finger, what up? And I had said, dang. At first I didn't know who it was because I wasn't really trying to look, but I threw my hand up back and I got him. I got finished pumping the gas, and I heard them playing music. I said, hold on. I looked at the car again. I said, hold on, this him. So I got out the car. I went over there and, spoke to him and stuff like that. And ended up taking a picture with him and stuff like that. Then, but yeah. But another thing was, it was so crazy, bro. It's like we talked to him like 2 days prior to that on FaceTime. Shout out to Mr. Black and stuff like that. And we was setting up a music video because at the time I got into music, started shooting music video. We were supposed to shoot a music video for him and my homeboy MDG. And crazy, not the day he died or got shot, but the day after we were supposed to shoot the video, and they were supposed to do the song, then we were gonna shoot the video afterwards. And it's crazy, we had talked everything, it's got the date, and it's crazy how like right when that was supposed to happen, that happened. But yeah, long live Big 23, RIP Big 23. Prayers to the family, condolences to his mom. Like I said, I appreciate you for giving that story, the real story, and I hope it's everything what happened will come to the light. It's just into due time, and whenever it do come to the light, I hope it's not a setup. I hope it was just whatever it was. I just hope it wasn't anything to do with his dad and stuff like that, because I met his dad at the funeral. He a pretty cool dude. I haven't had I don't really got to know him, but I just don't want to see nobody set up their own child and stuff like that. But like I said, whoever did do it, like she said, their time will come. But if you did, whoever did, just repent and ask for God for forgiveness. But you do have, cause you is gonna have to face him at one point in time, whenever your time come, and he gonna ask you, why did you do it? What was was the outcome? Cause I feel like no matter how much money is not worth taking a life over, cause that's a soul going. And I feel like he was put on for the city. No matter if it was for hate or if it was for good, he was still putting light on the city and stuff like that. But